We live.
Hey guys, it's at K Deuces, your sports bet queen. We are back with another episode of Crooks and Books. And this is episode 12, I believe, going into week 11, 2022. We just got through week 10. I'm with my co-host, Caleb, Bill's godson.
What's going on?
Big Pick Brad.
What up?
And Prado the Pointer.
What's up?
And just to let you know, we had to re-record this whole thing because we just had a zap out after Prado's takeaway. So I'm going to let Caleb go first. Hopefully we don't get zapped out again. So go ahead,
like
Caleb, with the takeaways.
We were talking about it. It said that the internet didn't want to hear any more of that delusional 49ers crap. So it's just cut it out. It's like, nah, this is, as a friend, I can't let you do this. You know what I mean? It's like when you got a friend with a drinking problem, it's like, bro, you got to quit. Yeah. So obviously my Patriots had a bye week, so Mac Jones didn't have the opportunity to throw for 100 yards this week. That's unfortunate. But I don't know, man. I was watching some of the games. Tom Brady won ugly with the Bucs against the Seahawks. Who I don't know how the Seahawks are 6-4 with Geno Smith. Has he won 6 games in his career?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah. Until this season, right?
The battle of the Super Bowl losers. I think the Vikings and Bills have lost like 7 or 8 Super Bowls between the two of them. And it ended in a way that game should, with fumbling the fucking snap on the sneak to try to end the game. What a choke job.
Dude, that was crazy.
That's the only way the Bills know how to lose is fucking absolutely horrific.
It is just complete choke job.
Yeah.
The Chiefs continue to be the most underwhelming 7-2 team I've seen. The Dolphins came out of nowhere and just wrecked the Browns. I don't know what the hell that was all about. And then here,
a fuck, dude.
No, Throw Rogan managed to squeak out a win against the Cowboys. And then, yeah, you guys beat the Chargers. Congrats.
But we didn't cover, as what Brad would say.
Didn't cover. And then the Eagles and Jalen. The Eagles lost by 11 points, but somehow Jalen Hurts managed to lay like 100 on me in fantasy. So fuck him. My second loss of the year.
And not to mention, like, it was crazy that people were just, that I guess there was a bad beat there with the total, right? Because a lot of people, I think, slammed the live under. Mm-hmm. So that was intense.
Well, you can be like Nebraska. We were about to cover. It was spread was 30.5 points. Michigan was up 31-3, and they went and kicked the field goal as time expired because they're fucking assholes. So my wallet's a little my wallet's hurting a little bit more because of fuck you, Harbaugh. I thought 30.5 points was money for Nebraska.
He wanted to rub it in. Wanted to rub it in.
Fucking asshole.
All right. He probably knew you were Bill's godson, and he was like,
he knew
this guy.
He knew he knew you never bet the Huskers, and he wanted to fucking prove it to me and remind me of why you never bet the Huskers. So whatever. I was on a streak with them. It is what it is.
This is true. All right, Prado, we're gonna try you one more time. Let's not get zapped, Brad. Go ahead, Prado.
I was referring to a little something there when we were talking about the Chargers, California's 6th favorite team. Had to throw that out there because then you obviously know they're not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're going to put them as the 6th best team in the state of California. And the Dallas Dick Boys found a way to fucking dick off as usual, up 14. I don't know what the stat was exactly, but I saw on the screen
I didn't know
that
they were up 14. You guys.
Yep, Dallas was 195 and 0. I think with the 14-point lead going into the second half or the fourth quarter, something like that. But that was crazy. I couldn't believe that stat was out there.
There's got to be something happened at the end with CeeDee Lamb getting super tackled.
Yeah, that was definitely a holding call, a PI.
That was an overtime.
Yeah, it was on 3rd down too.
Oh yeah, but it was definitely a PI on defense. But what are you gonna do? The NFL's skewed by a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but to their defense, they still had a 4th down opportunity and they missed that up too. And then just to kind of put an input on Geno Smith, he's actually 23-29 in his career. by the way. 23 and 29. They're killing.
23 and 29.
Working his way to 500.
He's almost
Yeah.
there.
And did you see that stat that he was 4-0 against Tom Brady going into that game?
And got annihilated only in Germany, of course. So that makes
And
sense.
only the and it's funny too. And only the the Washington Commanders find a way to snap people's streaks. They did it to Pittsburgh, they did it to the Eagles, and the little team I want to give a lot of credit to, and Brado needs to put some respect on his fucking goddamn name is
I have it in my
Saturday.
takeaway. I already know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
I'm gonna say Jeff
Saturday.
Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yes, Jeff Sunday. Yes, I do have
all-
something to say about him.
All of the people that bagged him, from the pros to this to that, now they need to shut their fucking mouth.
Because he actually pulled it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did a hell of a job. Why not?
All right. Well, Brad, anything else to say after those takeaways?
Yes, I do want to personally apologize to the Indianapolis Colts and Jeff Sunday for bad mouthing him. He did find a way to pull it out against the Raiders. Threw Matt Ryan in there. He knew he was the right play all along after they announced Ellinger would get the start. So kudos to him. Shout out 49er fans. They're sore ass losers and sore ass winners. Just don't understand that fan base.
I mean,
I was
we
at
were
the
at
game
that
personally
game.
on Sunday, high fiving all the Niner fans, and they still want to, throw a punch at me or something. I just don't understand. They won the
Yeah.
game and they're still sore. I
Yeah.
don't get it. But
That's crazy.
Cardinals and Rams are both better off without their starting quarterbacks. They played really well without Kyler, and the Rams are going to be the worst team in the NFL next year. Mark my words.
I know. RIP to the cup holders, including Caleb over there. I think he's holding
Cup with the high ankle. Fucking Donald's probably just going to go ahead and call it quits.
I mean, he's
McVay
gone,
knows
right,
that
for the
he's fucking
season?
done.
Oh yeah.
And that team's going to be the worst in the NFL coming forward.
Yeah, they weren't going to go to the playoffs anyway. I didn't have them going to the playoffs in the beginning of the season. I just thought that they were just down and out and too high off of their own medicine, Now they have to be high on meds because of all the injuries. All right. I mean, there's really nothing to say. I won pretty much all the games except for, all the bets that I made except for the Falcons, which was a fucking stupid ass way to I don't even know why, but that was a trap. And then after that, I didn't lose a game. I did change my bet from the 49ers to cover because I thought it was going to be a rout, but then I thought about it and I knew that I had Jimmy G. And then I was like, oh, that's right. We'll win this game, but we're not covering shit. We could barely win at home when I go to a game. And that almost even didn't happen when I went there.
We had no receivers in the game. Old Michael Bandy, DeAndre Carter, and Josh Palmer out there and fucking making it a game.
There was no touchdowns with receivers, and it was just all fucking oh my God, are we doing this again, guys? So and then on top of that, so we went to the game and Prado's yelling in someone's ear, Chargers, right? To make fun of somebody. But little did he know he's yelling in a lady's ear that is a Niner fan, and she turns around and she's super salty mode because she's drunk, and then
of course
she goes, oh my God, stop. And then I was like, what do you mean? We just won. What are you tripping about? And the next thing you know, alcohol's in me. It's boiling my blood. And I'm taking off my jacket and I'm like, Brado, hold my jacket. Hold my fucking jacket. And it was about to go down. And
that's awesome.
Huh?
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I did the Jerry Springer fucking we were about to fight because DNA results weren't the right fucking call. You feel me?
You are not the father.
I was ready to fucking push her down. I was punch and push down the fucking stairs. Fuck it. It's so violent when you're on alcohol and your team wins. It's damn, this is how I feel after the 49ers win.
I tell you, these 49er fans, they just don't know what's winning, what's losing. It's all the same to them.
It's you're angry at one point, you're angry at the other point. So
that's how it goes, man.
It was crazy. It got heated. But then at the end of the day, Brad did the same thing. He was trying to tell somebody that, Chargers still covered, but we won. And some guy tried to take off his hat. And I was like, oh, that's
Oh my
not the way to go.
God.
You can't take
Drunk football fans is ridiculous, bro. I don't get it. I ain't gonna punch nobody over a football game. Fucking relax.
At that point, I thought about it and I was like, damn, I really didn't think about having kids or nothing. I was just like, fuck it, punch and push down the goddamn stairs.
If my buddy wasn't there, Caleb, I was probably going to jail. Just
Yeah.
You
know
gonna
that.
fuck him up?
I
Well,
was gonna
no,
kill
this
guy.
guy, he was gonna get killed by Brad at some point. Like,
That's
and you
usually
guys,
how it goes.
It doesn't look good when you want to get punched by a guy named Big Pick Brad. Like, that's not really the thing to do. He doesn't call himself that, to say the least about punching. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that was like some of the takeaways, at least being there physically, but Commanders got it done, dude. And that was like one of the things I think was the easiest call, just because you knew that the Eagles had to lose at some point. And if they don't, like, they were just gonna end up like the Dolphins, going like a perfect record and then not winning at the end. So I think for them, they need to accept the loss, obviously. And it was a good loss, to the point where, like, you're just like, all right, the Commanders would get this done because, like, they are the biggest underdog in this football game.
They have a lot of grit too. The Commanders, they don't quit fighting in all their games this year that I've watched. It's literally, they're always down to like the last quarter, even when they're losing. I remember watching the Dallas game. They were kind of getting their ass whooped, but they would still fight.
They'll try. They'll try to, like, at least like win or cover if you take them as a dog.
They should have never lost to the Vikings. They pissed that game away. Fucking I mean, they beat the Bears on a lucky ass call. They just have a lot of grit, is all I could say.
Yeah, and they don't even have their best player or their best defensive player
Coming back this week.
He should be, I was gonna say. All right. Well, let's go over the numbers. Like I said, I was 9-1 at 90%, 5-3 for Brad at 63%, 4-3 for Mr. Steelers fan who's not here. Shout out to Al at 58%, 3-1 for Caleb at 75%, 2-2 for Bobby at 50%, and 7-3 for Prado at 70%. And then total podcast was 30-13. So we had an average of 70% last week. And then our grand total is we have bet 234 spreads, games, over, under, totals, and then lost 173, which gives us an overall average of 58%. Not so bad for 10 weeks of fucking craziness football. So good job, you guys. Let's go into week 11. And we're going to start off with the Titans versus the Packers. That's Thursday night football. That's tomorrow night. And the spread is 3. The total is 42. Now, Caleb, you like Tennessee to cover +3.
Yeah, I think I think Aaron caught his lightning in a bottle last week on his little ayahuasca trip or whatever. So we'll give it. I like the Titans. I think they're slept on in the AFC this year. I don't think they're going to run the tables and win the Super Bowl or anything, but I think the Packers are a little bit of a mess right now. I still need a good fantasy game from Alan Lazard, but other than that, no, I don't see the Packers covering this. So
how's he doing? Is he just not?
He's in my other league. I have him. He's all right. He's good. That league's kind of weird. He's good for like 10 points a week, so it is what it is.
Consistent 10.
Yeah,
is not bad.
No.
All right. Well, I guess Bobby agrees at Tennessee +3. So taking the dog. Surprised he's not teasing it after all these teasers. I mean, I did a bunch and I kind of got addicted to it, but I know I have to stop at some point. So I don't even know if I'm going to take anything on this game except for the under. I really like it for some reason, but I don't know because given the way both teams played, so it might be a game time for me. I have big pick at Packers money line. So they're not covering the 3, but they are going to win.
I don't know if they're going to cover the 3 yet, but I just feel like this is the spread is too low to take Tennessee here. I really don't think that they could keep up with the Packers. At some point, I
How
know I
is
sound like a
Tennessee?
broken record. Huh?
No, I was gonna say, how is Tennessee as a dog this year? Haven't
Very
taken them
good. They've covered
much.
7 straight, everybody. 7.
Mm.
There you go. There's the answer. I just don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to continue to lose week in and week out. He got a win last week, built up some confidence. I know I sound like a broken record. I just feel like they're going to hit a nice little stride here and make things a little interesting
Like a little
because
run.
this is the NFL. It is the biggest soap opera in the United States of America. So why not make it interesting? Give me Aaron.
Give me the Days of Our Lives music right now, guys. Click it in. I'm just kidding.
So we got Stefano with Tom Brady. I don't know, what is Aaron on General Hospital or
Oh
is he
no,
on...
there's oh god, I forgot the name of the other character. I'll let you guys know. I'll Google it in a sec here, but yeah, there's another character. Okay, so you see the Packers winning, but
What is this,
obviously
the Young and the Restless? I'm not
yeah.
sure what it is.
Yeah, I
Exactly,
think
but
that's what it is. He's like the doctor and shit or some bullshit with the hair, but he doesn't have any more. So I mean, but even if you take Packers money line, Caleb would still cover, Bobby would still cover with the +3. So Prado, you think though that they're going to have at least a kick on this game and lead by 3 or more, correct? The Packers.
Yeah, I think they'll win by like double digits this game. I think they'll beat the teaser too. That's what this game's
burn the teaser.
shaping up to be. The plus the plus points this week, I'm gonna call right now, is very fraud this week. It's very, very fraud. This will start the trend of it right now. Because I'm noticing this, the way it's just sitting. There's no movement. And I think that the Green Bay Packers will find a way to win by double digits. I mean, that was big last week to be down by 14, never gave up, and then kept coming back. So yeah, I'm a big hater to Aaron Rodgers, but so I'm let people know I'm not biased by any means. So that's why I really believe they'll win by double digits.
All right. Let's go on to the next game. Doesn't look like Al has anything this week, so I'm gonna skip over, but let's go to the next game. Panthers versus Lamar and the Ravens. So that's Baker versus Lamar. I think if it's still Baker, I'm not sure, you guys.
It is going to be Baker.
And the spread is 12. It's a little big. That's a little steep. And the total is 43.5. Now, I do want to say this to the listeners. Every time I've taken a fucking total with the Ravens, I've either sweated, wanted to kill myself, or fucking just put my head in the dumpster and never look at fucking the Ravens playing again versus a total against me. So that's my advice. I don't know, and I don't want to do it again, but I don't know. Caleb, Baker's going to cover this +12.
Baker's dozen. Let's do it. I'm all for it. I don't think they're a 12-point dog to anybody, and I'm not totally sold on the Ravens this year. So let's do it. He's not even playing anymore, is he? I don't follow.
They're in Baltimore. They're in Baltimore, right? Yeah.
No, Baker's playing this week.
Baker play. Okay.
Yeah, Baker's
cool.
Playing this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So there you have it. He's taking the dog, and big pick. You're just, hey, Lamar's going to get it done. No sweat. Katie, you might as well take the goddamn total. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you might as well. I feel like this would be kind of like a steamroll game here. It's the perfect slot for a steamroll game early in the morning on Sunday. So,
and maybe to trick everybody into it, since the Panthers are coming off some crazy things.
Yeah. I mean, they won outright against Falcons last week on Thursday Night Football. I believe the Ravens are coming off a bye week here. They should be charged up with John Harbaugh against a fucking interim coach here. I just feel like it's a good spot for the Ravens, who have actually struggled at home this year. So what a better spot to kind of shine on than after a bye week here. So I do like the Ravens in this contest.
I don't know. Good luck, Brad. I just feel like they're trying to make you think this is BAU, but there's nothing BAU yelling about it. But maybe you're right.
It was BAU against the Saints.
All right. Nothing for Prado. So we're gonna go to the next game, Browns versus the Bills. Spread is 8. The total is 43.5. Now, all I can say is that Josh is really showing some true mistakes. And, he owns
Oh,
up to
sorry.
them. He owns up to them, but like, it's kind of like, that's dangerous, dude. You're showing the entire NFL that you can make those kind of moves and they don't look too good. You know what I mean? But 8 after a game like that, I don't know. And he's over there trying to shove his hurt elbow into somebody after, what was he up like 17-27, I think. I don't even know what the score was, but they were up by a lot and he threw that
27-10.
Yeah, he threw that interception and then he like tried to stop the guy with his elbow. And it's like, dude, didn't you just hurt your elbow? Aren't you hurt? Like, it's things like that. Caleb, which is why you probably think the Browns are going to cover the 8.
Yeah, that, and I think the Bills have been in recent weeks kind of exposed as a little bit more human than we thought they were, just like the Eagles have been.
Yeah.
That always happens with these really good teams that are really hyped up at the beginning of the year. You always see them kind of come back down to earth a little bit toward the end of the season, or at least halfway
10
through
weeks.
it. Yeah, halfway through the season. It's like 25 weeks long now. So
No, it makes sense though. It makes sense because like they're finally showing like the whole we're still human beings, like you said.
Yep, exactly. So
Bobby's gonna take Cleveland +8. And I might tease the Browns, but I've got to find 3 other teams like I did with the Packers, Commanders, and the 49ers last week and won those teasers. All right, nothing for Big Pick and nothing for Prado. Prado was gonna fall asleep earlier, so
Nah, Browns and Bills, I'm good.
Browns suck and fucking yeah, Browns just suck. Simple.
all right. Eagles, Colts. Nobody's taking anything. Spread is 6.5. Over under is 44. Actually,
I'm
no,
on there.
just kidding. Prado, you're gonna take Colts +6.5. Explain.
The the Colts here again. I think my connection went away. Are you there?
Yeah,
I
but
can
it's a
hear
Yeah,
little
you lagged
slow.
out there for a second.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
said
slow.
I love the Colts going into this because like Eagles would find a way to squeak out. But I felt like the Jeff Saturdays would have an actual chance to win this game. But now I feel the Jeff Saturdays will be
dropped him again.
Yeah.
And that might be a wrap on Prado here.
You know what? You know what he said? He said, "What position did Jeff Saturday play?"
what did he
Brad.
play, Brad?
Center.
Okay.
Center.
So who's the smartest people on the field?
Center, like
Okay.
myself.
So what do centers like to do?
Run the goddamn ball.
Exactly, and that's what they're going to see. You might see the largest dosage of JT this weekend because the centers love to run the ball.
So
They love
take
to
a
keep
prop
the-
bet.
It makes sense with the way these idiots are.
Jordan Davis is out. He's on IR. He's the best run stopper Philly has.
And the Daniel Hackett's and the Kingsburys and all these Matt Rules, these idiots that find jobs.
Future Nebraska head coach Matt Rule. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Good luck with that program. Is as if that was ever. I don't even know. I'll start with that program.
He's going to be our
Anyway,
Nick
keep going.
Saban.
Keep going. Keep going.
It just makes sense why this guy makes sense because when you put all this analytic garbage into the game, you get these idiots, and now you got good old Jeff Saturday and Sunday. He's gonna just pound the rock.
Can we just call him Jeff Sunday on the podcast? Come on, it
Yeah, we
fits.
can.
I love Jeff Saturday.
Okay, so Saturday for Sundays. How about that? Jeff Saturday for Sundays.
Went from coaching on Fridays to analyzing on Saturday to coaching on Sundays.
There you go, weekend boy. And you're gonna take it with them. You're gonna ride or die. You love the Colts +6.5. Big pick.
I love betting on this fucking franchise for some reason. It just, even the stupid shit that comes out of Irsay's mouth, it just all makes sense sometimes. And this is a good spot coming off a loss on the Eagles. I feel like they might be a little vulnerable.
They may not cover. Yeah.
Washington really showed that you can run on this team without their best defender
Absolutely.
in the middle and Jordan Davis. So I feel like they can control the clock. I like the under 44. I feel like that the Colts are going to try and shorten this game. and just run it down their throat. And Jonathan Taylor was the number one back in the league last year, and he really hasn't done shit. So
the only thing that I would watch out for is there are a lot of calls against the Eagles on Monday night. So I don't know if we're going to have the same, sides calling, or I guess the Vinovic's of the world calling towards the Colts side. You know what I mean? So we shall see.
but it's at the Colts house and they're catching points. So
That's what's
This was
sketchy about
this
it.
was at almost 10 last week. You know that, right?
yeah, did see that.
Yeah, this was almost at 10. Now it's down to 6.5. I think there's
The Colts defense, I mean, no one's talking about him. Shaq Leonard's out for the season. They haven't had him all season to begin with, really. He's been hurt.
Okay.
I got him on my fantasy team. They've been kind of balling without him.
All right. Well, maybe they don't need him.
A former 49er, DeForest Buckner, is a force to be reckoned with there.
Oh, absolutely. I won't even take that statement back.
And you have to. I was going to tell you guys the team that actually exposed Philadelphia was Houston. Remember, they ran it down their throat.
Yeah, Dameon Pierce. Fuck, it just sucks that the Houston had fucking Davis Mills and they couldn't do anything else. Heineke's actually like a serviceable backup. I mean, he could probably start for the Raiders at this point.
Heineke's pretty
as
good.
Katie would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Washington exposed the fuck out of Philadelphia. I feel like
That's the next game. So let's move to that game. I don't really have anything. I can't trust fucking Philly Mob right now. And I don't think Caleb has anything right now.
No comment.
All right.
Wow.
So Washington versus Texans. The spread is 3. The over under total is 40.5. I have a maybe Houston for Prado. I don't want to take the Washington Commanders after the big win that they had over a huge favorite. I feel like this game's going to get down to the dirty, or really get down and dirty, I guess, that's what I'm trying to say. And no, Heineke's pretty good, dude. Like, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. I think he can get a job anywhere else. Obviously, there's so many teams with suck ass quarterbacks and also injured ones that we just talked about, So, I mean, shit, he's good enough. That's how I see it.
He looks solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a scary game. That's all I can say. It's a very
It
scary
is, it
game. I
is.
want to bet Washington for
But you
survivor
don't-
reasons, but I also
You
feel
don't know
like
what's gonna happen.
I might get killed on that.
Yeah, you just don't know because both teams are wishy-washy. So, all right, nothing on this big pick and Al. Nothing. Or not Al,
Commanders.
Caleb, nothing for Al,
None.
but
Nope.
nothing for what is it, Bobby either. All right, Jets versus your team. Caleb, what's up? Spread is 3, and it is 38.5 for the total.
I think they're going to come off fresh off the bye week and take care of business. I think the Jets are a little overrated. They're not as good as their record. And I think the Patriots defense is playing better than anybody else in the league right now. Like, this is classic Bill Belichick. Defense is fucking.
And you guys are at home, right?
Yeah.
Except against the Chicago Bears.
Well, that doesn't count. Bill's never been good against mobile quarterbacks, though. And you know who he has been good against? Zach Wilson. So.
Is he really?
The-
That's what I was going to ask.
The Mormon MILF hunter stands no chance. Okay.
Oh, I love that fucking saying. It's great. All right. And yeah, this was like one of the strongest ones that I saw while doing the actual sheet. When I see something and I know I feel strongly about it, I don't know why. It's like
Mhm.
a myth thing. And I'm glad you validated it, but that's because maybe you're being biased. But now, with given the record, ownage is ownage, is what Al would
Mhm.
say. Caleb may be right, so I'm taking Pat's money line. Big pick. You're agreeing with taking Bill again.
Yeah, actually, I gave Prado the survivor pick a couple weeks back. Bill against Zach Wilson is just an absolute nightmare for the Jets.
Yep.
And
Bill Hunter, right? Is that
yeah,
what Caleb's?
all he's doing is looking in the stands, looking for the hottest milk that he's trying to take home. Because he ain't
He's
throwing
probably.
the ball to his
Should I
lead
send him a
team, that's
picture
for
of
sure.
me just in case? I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Turns out they got your picture on the side of every Patriots helmet. That way you can
Jesus
throw it right to him.
Christ.
That's the strategy. That's how they're going to distract him. He's not going to know what to do.
Are they both off a bye?
They're both off a bye, yes.
Nice. Good job. Well played for this game. I like how they had set that up.
Yeah, at least it's
And
like
if I'm not mistaken, it's
fair.
the same spread. So they're like, oh, same spread here.
yeah, but
Pats
it
are now
won't
at
be
home.
fair per se because of the ownage.
Yeah.
Caleb said.
God, the point spread, the great equalizer, it's the fucking devil, let me tell you. They're just making you believe that the Jets actually have a chance to win
Yeah.
this game. I mean,
'Cause-
it's just so sad for Jets fans here. I could not
those
back
New
the Jets here
York
in
Jets
this spot.
fans that want to be different,
The
guys.
more you guys keep talking about, the more and more I'm kind of intrigued with the Jets for some reason. You guys keep
Well, let
debating.
me ask you this: the Patriots
well, I
are
said Pats will win.
last in the
Yeah.
division, and they're favored here.
That's because this sounds like a nice recipe of what happened last night on Thursday Night Football when everyone said Falcons, 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 small line.
But dude,
blowout.
this isn't the fucking Falcons.
Yeah, but
bro.
this isn't the Falcons are wishy washy and
Look.
we're talking
let me-
coaches.
Let me
Coaches
tell you
are good.
something.
Look, I sent a fucking pack of Bush Lights over to Mac Jones's house. He's drinking them fucking right now as we speak.
It's the same recipe. Division
Pre-gaming.
game, small line, and then here we go again.
I know, but
So
if
what
he
if this
can't get
game
it
goes
done,
to 2.5?
Zappy will,
Are
right?
you still going Jets?
Zappy hour. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem right there is they
And
can't
they're
figure
at
out their
Pats.
quarterback.
They're at Pats. They're not fucking around over there.
Actually, you know what? This is a very good question. Caleb, when's the last time you guys been a -3 versus the Jets? How about let's start with that. At home.
Probably.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, probably a couple weeks ago.
No,
Let me
stop.
see. We can take a look.
No. I said it versus the Jets. Was it Mark Sanchez? What era do you think it was? It's been a long time, I would say.
Oh, I don't know. We can look that trend up later.
You probably have to go back to like Brett Favre. Maybe. I mean, they had a couple years with the Jets with Sanchez where they were pretty good, but yeah, it might be him.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
ESC
All right.
product.
So Caleb took the -3 here. He already explained why. Bobby likes Pats. Al the Towel, I don't know. Prado, he's leaning on the Jets, but good luck to you, my boy. Good luck to you.
I like how Al says, I don't know. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank
No,
you.
he didn't say I don't know. There's nothing there, is what I'm saying.
Even better.
Don't give the
All
guy
right.
credit for something. he didn't.
Last time the Patriots were 3-point
Agree.
favorite at home against the Jets was last year.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they
They
did play
lost.
each other.
They lost by 14.
Interesting. Thank you there, Caleb.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go. So we got money coming in heavy on Patriots. We gotta go money line Jets. Okay.
All right.
Oh
Lions.
wait, no, hold
versus-
on. Did they win? Hold on. I forget.
Who did one?
I gotta check because the Patriots were 3-point favorites against the Jets in 21. And let me see here. 2021 New England Patriots schedule.
Here comes the answer.
Here we go, Jamie. Pull this up.
I can help if you need me to.
I don't know why it's not showing this for me.
So Jets versus Patriots 2021.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like this is like wrong. I don't know what this is. There was no 14
dude,
28 game.
On
Hard to believe. I
October
hear you. It just almost is unbelievable.
No, on October 24th, 2021, the Patriots
October
score
24th.
was 54 versus
Okay.
the Jets
That's
13.
what it was. Yeah.
And then before that, they played each other September 19. The Patriots.
Oh, you know what it is? That was a different game. It was a 2020 schedule. Okay, just a second.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
20 it was the
Turns out I
2020 it
seen
was
Bill at the
January
local
of
hospital
21.
picking up body bags.
Oh, 2020, they covered the spread. They pushed.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
'cause it
they
was-
covered -3.
It was 28. Yeah, 28-14 to New England win. I forget. That
New
Cam
England
Newton
won,
COVID
New England
seasons.
won November 9th, 2020, 30-27.
Yeah. And then, but it was the January game in 21. That's why it confused me. Yeah, they won 28-14. New England did. 3-point dog. Okay, we cleared that up.
Yeah. All right. So that's the January they won 28-14.
Yep.
Okay, so that's clear. It's ownage is ownage, like you were saying. So you're
Ownage is
still,
ownage.
Bill's godson. We know.
Ownage is ownage. That's right.
Okay, so let's go to Lions versus the G-Men. Oh God. The Lions, though, that's crazy. I don't know. G-Men are cool, I guess. What's their record? They're pretty good, huh?
Really, 7-2. No,
do they have the same record as Burke Buzzins?
no, Burke has one loss.
Oh
Remember,
God.
New York Giants have lost to Gino,
Yeah.
and they lost to Dallas.
Okay, so Caleb, I think this is your
7-2.
last game, right? I'm gonna let you talk since I know it's late out there. So
Is this
it's,
my last
you're
one?
taking the spread is 3 again. There's a lot of 3 spreads. Total's 45.5, and Caleb is going to take the New York Giants -3.
Yeah, give me the Giants. I like the Giants this year. I think they've been a solid team. I don't think they're world beaters. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders, but I do think that they're good enough to beat the fucking Detroit Lions by 3 points. So
Oh, sorry, I thought this was your last game, but
no,
I think
I got a
you
couple more.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then we get to have you for a little bit longer, which is
Yep.
awesome. I don't know. I think the Giants will pull this one out of their asses, and they don't need to because they have a better record, obviously. And it's in New York, which now even more validates that, the Jets won't win because you can't have 2 New York teams winning and then you have Philly down the line there. So I don't know. You can't have all 3, can you? I don't know. They've done it before, but I don't think so. This time, not with the Giants. Big pick.
I'm actually a big Giants fan this year. Brian Dable has done really good things with that team. I know
Yeah,
the
he's
spread
kind of- he's
sees
kind of a
that
stud.
you should probably take the Lions, but as Prado stated earlier in the podcast, the plus points this week may be a little fraud.
Some trickery.
Yeah, I like the Giants.
Prado, nothing on this.
I'm scared.
Thinking about it. Gotcha.
I'm just scared. I could just.
This
play
should be
two.
Prado's survivor pick, but he's too scared to take New York.
No, it goes
Brian
against everything I
Dable-
think of. I don't take short home favorites as in Survivor.
It is everything he goes
It
against,
is.
but
It
you know,
is. All right.
it's the play. He just doesn't want to listen yet, but that's fine.
All right. Rams versus Saints.
That's the play right there, Brad.
And it's 3. I can't handle both these teams. I fucking hate them. Over under total is 39, except for the Saints and Thanksgiving, because that might be something. Remember last Thanksgiving or the year before last, or the year before last?
3 years ago, actually. Now
That was a good one. Saints large for a big pick. He's the only one on the sheet.
yeah, I mean, embarrassment against the Ravens, didn't even show up. Andy Dalton has 1 or 2 bad series. You might see him go to Jabu in this game. The Rams are fucking garbage. I keep saying this. The Rams are garbage.
Garbage.
Now, no Cooper Kupp. They're not going to
Why
win
is
this
it
game. They
only
have no
3?
running game.
Why is it?
Matt Stafford turns out made a call to Allen Robinson. Says, hey, friend, you're on the team? Okay, no problem. So
Dude,
it's
why
going
is
to
it
have.
only 3 though? I'm not understanding. This should be like fucking at
I
least.
mean, the Super Bowl champs. They got to give them, I guess, a little bit of decency and
Okay.
respect here. But
5.
this is in fucking NOLA. And I think the last time they played at this place was the most horrific call I've ever seen in an NFC championship game, where the Saints got fucking butt fucked on a call on their way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that was a terrible call. That was
They
their
always
year.
get. They always
That was-
get.
Yeah,
that
was
was
the year the
literally
Saints
their
were going to
year.
win the Super Bowl. They got fucking ramrodded. I will not bet against on the Rams in this spot. Fuck that.
Yeah, they owe him a whooping. All
They
right.
do.
I might do a little dibble dabble on the total, but I gotta wait it out. 39 is a little bit too steep.
You're at Circa.
What about you, Caleb? Nothing on this.
Nope.
Prado.
I was just saying that this is I have the Saints available. I might actually take Saints here in a survivor play against the Rams. I think the Rams are done, and it actually is it's at 3.5. It was at 4.
All right, Saints to win then.
Saints to win.
Oh man, here I go again. Bears versus Falcons. Fuck. They did me so well after last week's podcast, you guys. I was happy. I was like, yes, I'm no longer, scared to bet the Bears, but I don't know if I want to stay away. Again, the spread is 3. The total is 50. So it would be over under 50. Falcons versus the Bears. I don't know. This is in ATL. Bears are kind of playing with Fields and stuff. They're utilizing what they have, but I just don't know how they're going to be down in the A. It's a little bit crazy out there. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to take anything on this because I would hate to like lose again and take the Bears. For me, I don't know. Like I said, I'm allergic to the Bears. But anyway, Prado, anything on this? Nothing. I know you
This is the reason why I was really scared of the +3s this week. Is this team right here, Chicago, getting +3? Usually, if Chicago's a dog, I like them, but I just
Wait. You
can't.
said they're getting +3?
Yeah, they're +3. Chicago's
So-
+3.
But
It's
didn't you
one-
just say usually as a dog you like them?
Yes, I do. But when there's no movement, I'm scared of my life. I'm like, dude, give me something.
Yeah, it's
Something.
like a trick.
Yeah, it's like I think maybe this is finally the time they fall as a.
No, it always comes around too at this time. I looked
Yep.
at the trust me, I've researched myself doing the dumbass fucking bets, and I'm sitting there looking like a super idiot. So I totally follow your point. Caleb, do you have anything on this?
Nothing. I might take the Bears at a game time decision, but
Just in case. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Big Pig?
fuck it. Let's put it on there.
He's feeling
I
it.
don't want to bet the Falcons. I really don't. But
I don't either
Justin
after the
Fields-
loss last week.
Yeah,
I'm
Justin
good.
Fields has been playing like kind of well, been putting up points. I lean the over.
Okay, I like that. I like that play. I was thinking about the game time decision on the total, but I might be able to just tease the total. But see, that's experimenting, y'all. That's experimenting. All right, so let's go on. Raiders versus Broncos. I hate both these fucking teams. I hate them more than the other two teams we just talked about. 2.5, and then total is 41.5. This thing sucks. Like both teams suck. I know Broncos have a good defense though. So maybe the under, because I don't think Raiders can score, or is this when they come up out of nowhere after Derek Carr cried at the press conference? What's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch him try to take less naps. So
I mean, they have like Jacobs, they got Devontae. Like, what the fuck is he asking for? He has the world.
Trash.
It's crazy. I have nothing to say. I mean, but Big Pick is taking the Raiders because he has the world.
The autumn
Nope.
wind is a pirate.
Is the Queen song gonna come on? Mama.
No, it's gonna be nothing but I'm gonna wake up Sunday morning. I'm gonna blast the autumn wind,
Oh,
and look. Derek Carr fucking cried in
Wyatt?
the press conference. He's got everyone gonna rally him. He's a man of Jesus, you know. He's
If
gonna
they
have
win-
fucking God on his side.
He keeps
And the
blaming
Broncos
someone.
are
But who's
fuck-
that someone?
yeah. Who is he blaming? Himself?
I think he's low key throwing shots at Darren Waller.
Because he's not really hurt.
I didn't even think of that.
Exactly. The guy fucking caught a bag, highest paid tight end in the fucking league, hasn't played since week 4. Fucking, as you would say, have some fucking shame.
Yeah, you
Get
need
your
some
ass on the
deep-
fucking
you need some
field.
yeah, you need some deep threats in there.
You're right.
And
That's a good
blockers.
point. Huh.
Yeah. All right. That's a good take. Nothing for
Where has
Caleb.
it the whole locker room thinks he's soft?
Nothing for
Wow.
Caleb. Bobby thinks it's trash. So Prado, anything?
No, that's a very good take. I'm kind of in shock right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Wow.
It's a good conspiracy. I love it. I love those kind of fucking
I don't
things.
think that's a conspiracy. I think that is an accuracy.
It might be. What if he's just going? What if he's
Like,
going after
every time we
everybody?
count the Raiders completely out, like wanted to do it last year after fucking Henry Ruggs killed the person in the Corvette, came out against the Broncos, beat the shit out of them
Yeah,
in Denver.
Huh.
I can't stand the Broncos.
the John Gruden curse, man.
Their defense is like, it's good though. So they might come after.
You know, there's a stat out there that if the Broncos would have scored 20 points in every single game, they would actually be
8-1.
8-1.
Jesus.
How you like that one? Some Nebraska stats right there for you, Caleb.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Scott Frost, their offensive coordinator.
Turns out Scott Frost actually works for the
It
Raiders
might as
front
well
office.
be. All right. Cowboys
Oh,
versus
shit.
Vikings. Dallas Dick Boys for Brad. Dallas Dick Boys for fucking Caleb. Vikings for Bobby. God, what's he been drinking? What's he been drinking?
He ain't drinking no fucking whiskey. He's drinking some fucking wine coolers over there.
Yep.
With Burke. Bobby, why are you hanging out with Burke? We know you're skipping the podcast hanging out with Burke Buzzins. The fuck is wrong with you? And then we got Prado at boys all in -1. So let me let Caleb go first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the Vikings are going to suffer from that emotional hangover game, plain and simple.
I feel like the Dallas Dick Boys should have won the last game that they played.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to be coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, and that just the
Oh, Dax,
combination of
they're
those two
coming
things
for
is
that
gonna-
for that Burke buzzing ass.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
combination of those two things is just going to fuck them. So
Yeah. It's just like the Commanders playing the Eagles, unbeaten.
It low key was kind of like game of the year last. That was like
was.
probably the most craziest game. It was to the point
two good teams. Yeah.
You felt at one point you're like, can this game just fucking end, please? Like, please.
Yeah. All right. So we got Caleb, we got Big Pick. You're picking DDB for the same reasons, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, watching the game last week, we were at the Niner game, but I had the game on my phone for a little while there. They were controlled the ball in overtime. Realistically, they should have won that game. They had a little call from Derek Stevens over at Circa here to get the call right and have Jair Alexander absolutely tackle CeeDee Lamb before the ball was even thrown on third down.
They need to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, we know how the NFL works. It's a game by game
Yes, we
basis.
do.
I think DDB is going to come out. Tony Pollard, he looks solid, man. He looks really solid in that
Yeah, I
backfield.
mean, they forgot about, Zeke's gone. He doesn't have a job. I'm just joking. He might not.
He almost doesn't because Tony Pollard's the change of pace back, and he really is explosive. And I feel like this is going to be too much for the Vikings to handle, especially after what Caleb said with that hangover win, where the Vikings got so fucking lucky.
Yeah, they
that
need to
Josh
get
Allen
their
fumbled the
asses
snap on the
whooped.
goal line.
They need to get stepped on a little bit. So Burke Buzzins for or no, I already said Bobby's gonna take
One
everything.
quick note I want to add real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but
Go ahead.
the Vikings are 7-0 or 6-0 in one score games this year. So if it goes the other way, they could potentially be 1-7 instead of 7-1.
Wow.
Hmm.
All right. Prado, boys all in. You're large on this.
There was the first line I saw last week. I mean, I'm the one that said you have to take Green Bay money line, so I knew that there would be some kind of like trickery. And even in that game, this line opened up at 2. Dallas has won the last 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. And
Cooper Rush.
And if you recall the last year's game was on Halloween. Cooper Rush beat Minnesota in Minnesota as an 8-point dog, 20-16. I just think that I think that the pass rush will be a little bit too much for Burke to like pull one out of his ass. I mean,
Prado, I was haunted by fucking taking Dallas the last time against Aaron Rodgers too. Don't you forget that. As long as Aaron Rodgers plays for the Green Bay Packers and they're playing Dallas, I'll take them every time. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't change. All right. Okay, so Bengals versus Steelers. The spread is 5. I feel like I haven't heard anything from Joey B over there in a while. Were they on a bye?
They were on a bye.
That's probably why. And the over under is 41. Caleb, you don't like. Wow, you're actually taking the Steelers +5 because of JJ.
Yeah,
Or
and
TJ.
I-
TJ,
yeah.
sorry.
I don't know, man. Like we were talking about with the Patriots and the Jets, owning is owning, and the Steelers kind of owned the Bengals up until recently. And I just feel on the road, the Bengals aren't quite what they were a year ago. A little bit of the flash has fallen off of them. And I think that the Steelers, this would be like prime time for an upset here. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, this makes sense. I like it.
this was
I agree with you.
primetime game, by the way.
yeah.
No, I like your take on it. The Bengals, I mean, if they're going against if they go against any decent or good defense, they're not covering anything. I feel like I know they've done the routes on some teams where it's just like, okay, that was the play, blah, 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 blah. But if they're anywhat at some point hungry, like the defense, and they come after Joey B because that their O-line is kind of iffy, I feel like that's a good take.
There's
So,
a lot of stats by the way, for Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin is 21-10 against the spread versus Bengals lifetime. And as a dog, he's 14-2-1 against the spread. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, I
he
feel like
absolutely owns
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bungles.
Yeah. And that's like what we were talking about a couple weeks ago about coaches, right? Like Bill or Caleb, Caleb's uncle over there owning other fucking teams. It's the same thing. Like ownage is ownage, as what
Right.
we always say.
Facts.
All right, next game. Oh, KC versus Chargers, huh? Sunday Night Football. Spread is 7. Total is 50. I just don't see KC covering this, but I don't know how hurt your team is, bud.
Just went to 5.5, folks. By the way, this game is now at 5.5. There's some information coming out right now.
I just don't know how hurt Brad's team is, like after last week, what's happening, who they pass into. I just don't know. The 50 though is easy to go over between both these teams. A lot of people would think under, but I'm not sure.
Too. Yeah, I'll put over on there too.
Caleb, you've got Chargers plus. I'm gonna look at. Wait a minute. Look at this.
Done betting the Chiefs, man.
Look at the screen.
Bosa. Done betting the Chiefs, man. They cost enough money. They'll find a way to they'll win, but they'll find a way to not cover the fucking spread. And I guarantee it's gonna be something stupid.
You like the dog spread. You like the +7 and the over.
Well, Kansas City hasn't lost in the month of November, December. Is this finally it?
Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, no, I like
They're
that
due
stat
because they've been winning off smoke and mirrors. So
beyond, right?
Smoke and mirrors for sure. Okay, Bobby says Chargers +7. Caleb, you said what you said. Now go ahead, big pick. It's your turn before Prado goes. Or you want Prado to go first?
That's fine. I'll go. We were really hurt last week playing against the Niners defense, which is really good. Chiefs defense is not really good.
Slice and dice.
If we could do what we did against the Niners in the first half, I understand Kyle made adjustments in the second half, shut us out in the second half. We should be able to win this game. It all comes down to Brandon Staley, and hopefully he's not a fucking airhead. But that's really what it is. We're probably going to win this game. No one wants to give us the win on this one. We're probably going to win this game.
All right. And
we usually split with them every year, no matter what. It's crazy.
Dude, there's like something in you guys that played them very.
And we play good at fucking we at Arrowhead. No, we're at our home.
No,
we got snuffed on a fucking Travis Kelce 50-yard bullshit fucking play in overtime last year in this game. Like, come on.
Okay. All right. Bolts 6.5 Bolts money line. So you're betting them double.
Yep.
Prado.
This is gonna be the anchor play, as Prado would say.
It is definitely the anchor play. I'll throw some little fun facts here for you guys that you would probably be in awe about this. The Chiefs are 0-6-1 against the spread in their last 7 versus the AFC. Isn't that insane? To just think that
they suck.
Is the one against the Jaguars on that push, or how does that work?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's a push.
It depends where you had it at.
Because it was at 11.5 most of the, and then I saw it at 10, 9. I don't understand.
I took it at 10, so I pushed, but yeah, I saw it as low as 9.5. It went back to 10. At 10.5 would have been wonderful, but the Chiefs find ways to fucking it's disgusting in that game. Look at that, for example. They had a touchdown called back by the Jags.
That's the thing you got to watch out for in this game.
Two missed field goals. I just think that the better team here is obviously Kansas City, but this is a very low line, and it looks like the reason why the line dropped, it says that your boy finally Keenan Allen might be playing. So,
and just remember though that
this first game in 5 years.
He hasn't been really healthy since week 1, by the way.
In 5 years. Oh my god, that's hella funny. Oh, the way Caleb said it.
I actually was shocked when I was looking up stats that Herbert is the number 2 guy in the NFL in completions. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, he's doing like, to me, it's like there's some really sketchy calls that you guys get, and you will get those sketchy calls from those referees during this game on Sunday Night Football.
And they flex this game. Remember, the Pittsburgh Steelers were supposed to play Cincinnati. They moved this game on over.
Yeah. Brad's on he's laughing at something. He's probably laughing at us. He's like, I'm
He's on-
telling
No, I
you
was
guys
talking
they're
to my
gonna fucking
brother.
win. Huh?
I was talking to my brother.
Oh.
What was the question here? Sorry. Could you repeat that, please?
No question. We were just saying that you were probably laughing at us because you're just like, just trust me, we're gonna freaking cover.
Everyone thinks I do drugs here, but fucking, I promise
Don't
you,
worry,
I
I won't knock your hat off. Jesus.
don't. You do often knock
I wish
you out.
I honestly, and then like, you know what's funny, Caleb? He texts me the next day. He's like, man, we should have just fought fucking everybody. Fuck patience. It's true. And I was like, yeah, I should have. Fuck it. YOLO.
YOLO, right? Fuck yeah.
All right, next game. God, we are on primetime twice in a row this week. Last week.
This
and
game's in
this week.
Mexico, by the way.
Yeah, 49ers versus Cardinals.
That would have been kind of cool to go to.
In New Mexico?
Look, the plane ticket. Fuck
Mexico,
work.
Studio Azteca.
Oh wow.
Is it Mexico
It's-
City or?
Yeah,
It's
it's the
Mexico City.
stadium that they say is infamous for fucking losing your breath because it's like playing in Colorado.
Yeah, no, it's higher than Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, it's higher, huh?
It's the so don't be
So
surprised
we're gonna
if
lose
you
our
see
breath
like
or
a,
what?
a 65-yard field goal.
Damn, you know who's gonna lose their breath is Arizona because they're coming from Arizona.
Well, because the Patriots played there, and they flew out and they did all their practice in Denver because it was the closest thing they could get to that kind of altitude. That was a couple of years ago.
Don't
They
you
were
remember that
kicking-
game, Brad, when the Chargers played and it was supposed to go way over and then somehow it stayed under? It was Chargers versus
I do
someone on
remember
Monday
that.
Night Football.
I remember it
vaguely,
because
bro.
of the
Vaguely.
oxygen thingies that they were giving out. And then you know what I think though about this game, real quick. I know
I
Caleb's
want to
got
say
to
it was
go.
the Chiefs.
Huh?
I want to say that game was the Chiefs versus the Colts. I'm gonna go look it up. I mean,
No, but hang on. Let me let Caleb go real quick because I don't want him to stay up too late. He's got a lot of shit to do. Then
Yeah.
just keep talking shit with us. You feel me?
Super quick. No, I mean, eight's a big spread for me to take anybody with, let alone the 49ers. I'm pretty confident they'll win, but I wouldn't go as far to say they'd cover a spread like that. I'm also going to take the over because I think it might be a little bit of a high scoring
Something to
affair.
do.
Yeah. But no, thank you guys for having me on. Make sure you follow me at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram. And then my new show, well, not new anymore, but my main show that's based on outlawstreamers.com. We're also on Rumble, Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. So
Thank you. And your new
Appreciate it.
episode we're looking forward to. I know.
yes, new episodes drop every Saturday. So
Got it.
and
Oh,
we
quick-
record them a couple days in advance. So like sometimes like I try to be as like vague as I can on some things, but like sometimes some stuff gets left out, and it's not that I left it out. It's just that's the nature of the studio's recording schedule.
Yeah.
So.
And also it's good for probably college football day. So especially
Yeah.
this week coming up.
That too. Yeah. That too. All right. Thank you guys so
Alright.
much. All right.
Thank
peace.
you, Caleb.
Yeah. Peace.
Later.
All right, always good to have him on. If you missed his IG, it's at Caleb Isn't Funny. And you can follow him, like I said, and then he has that's based podcast. For 49ers, though, this might be the route that we were looking for that we didn't find.
This is the route you guys are looking for.
And we didn't find it with you guys, but we will find it with this.
Well,
team.
actually, I was just gonna throw 2 cents on there. The route was there. You should think actually fucking Elijah Mitchell on 3rd and goal at the 1 guy's gonna walk right into the end zone. False.
Yeah.
No, listen. There's a difference between a route and a cover. A route -7 is
Means 14.
41-10.
No, it means 14. It means
Yeah.
14.
Yeah,
you
it was
guys
14.
barely covering the spread is not a route. Sir.
No, yeah. No, if it's a push and you actually cover, then that's just like, okay, we
They did
covered.
everything and anything in that game. Watching it live.
It's all good. We had a nice middle over here. The only Los Angeles Charger fan in my section, which is me. Living under everyone's skin because the Niner fans in that stadium are they're the sorest of people that I've ever met.
Well,
I hope that we have some watching.
I mean, think about it. They're getting dicked down by fucking Jimmy Garbaggio. So what
I
are we
think
gonna
that
do?
they've been the safest thing is I think these fans have been established in 2016. Safe to say, Brad.
You know what? That's what I think it was. When they
You
first
mean
came
from, like,
over to Santa
Levi's?
Clara, because none of these fans were they weren't candlestick motherfuckers. That's for sure.
They'll
They're
get their
I can
ass
spot
slapped.
the
That's
candle.
why.
There was no old school gold jackets in my
I
section.
had
so I
my
know
old
that
school gold jacket.
They weren't candlestick fans. I know that for a goddamn fact. They're wearing this new bullshit fucking Garoppolo, Kittle. Whoever has a fucking Kittle jersey out there, come on, you're not a real fan. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Where's the TO jerseys at?
Honestly,
Frank
I got
Gore
it as a gift. Here, you'll be proud of me. I got it as a gift, but I haven't worn it, so proud of me.
I don't wear any of my jerseys. I preserve them.
But anyway,
Also, they don't fit, but I mean that's a different story.
which is why we said, hey, do not fuck with Big Pig, Brad. There's a reason why. Okay.
Let me give you a interesting
Will punch you the fuck out.
an interesting stat line on the 49ers.
Wait, let me get to so Bobby's gonna take the -8 route, he said, and then
Well, we know what Bobby's taking. Come on.
You know
Come on, Bobby's. Come on,
Los
Bobby, now,
Frisco
come on now.
-8. Do you even know? Is it Los Friscos?
Yeah, you don't get it.
Yes, I do. I just didn't know you knew how to speak Spanish.
I don't. Can you please elaborate, sir?
Well, it's because of my name. No, I'm just playing. It's because of the Los Lakers.
I knew you were going with the Mexican fucking name there.
Yeah, the vibe, because it's in Mexico City.
Hopefully they don't drink the water before the game, or they're gonna be shitting ass all game.
Hey, you know what I was gonna say?
I know, right?
Brad, there was a game in 2019, by the way, Chargers versus Kansas City. The score was 24-17. You don't remember that game? 18.
Honestly, I don't. It must have been a Phillip Rivers game.
4 interceptions that game. How could you not remember that one?
Probably turned it off after the first quarter. That's why.
That's so funny. But if you take away the Niners game versus the Bears and the Denver Broncos, they would be the #1 team in offensive DVOA. I just want to let the people know that.
There you go. Go ahead and log into Pro Football Focus.
It's just stating the facts that the Niners are finding some way to gel, and it'll take time. But I do see a little bit of the conservativeness. But then maybe it's better to get points than not to get points, because at the end of the day, that game would have maybe been in the Chargers' hands if it wasn't for being a little extra conservative. I will admit that with Kyle.
Okay. All right. We're done, I think. But if Brad's got a jet for a little bit here, he might be back. Any other shout outs for you first? I'm gonna go for you first.
There's no shout outs to me. I just wanted to say congratulations to the the Santa Clara 49ers for finally seeing a victory. I snapped a ugly streak there. Thanks to those tickets. They were the best tickets I've ever had in my life at that stadium. Probably actually the nicest tickets I've ever had in any football stadium. But I was very happy to go to that game because I finally snapped the streak of all the losing since 2016.
Who are you thinking for the tickets?
You.
Oh. Gotcha. Well, you're welcome, Prado. If I had any other choice, it'd probably be someone else, but I don't have another choice. It might have been Brado, but Brad already had his ticket. No, I said he was giving out a shout out, and he was like, "Thanks to the tickets." And I'm like,
snapping the streak too, Brad.
I said, "Who are you thinking tickets?" And he's like, "You." And I'm like, "Oh, if I had any other choice, I probably would have taken someone else, but I don't." And then I said, "I probably would have taken Brad, but he already had tickets." So
I did have tickets. I didn't want to lose out. I probably did lose out buying mine early, but it is what it is. That's how I am. I like to make sure that I'm going to the contest before the contest starts. That's just how I am.
Yeah, same here. Be organized. All right. Shout outs for you, Brad. Your podcast at MGM.
Yeah, MGMH Pod. Catch us tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Live on YouTube and Twitch. I know I gotta fucking go get my red cup at Starbucks first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Get that going. And
dirty.
yeah, I know, right?
My God.
So we'll be live 8:30 a.m. It'll be live on YouTube and Twitch, and it'll be posted to YouTube after. If you want to talk some metal with us, listen. Any fans out there, we thank you for the support.
All right. And that is also with Al the Towel. Like I said, follow them at MGMH Pod. Sponsors, we've got the holidays coming up. So we got Stay Classy Meats at Stay Classy Meats. Follow them on Instagram or www.stayclassymeats.com. Use code SBQ for 10% to 20% off, depending on how much you spent. So go ahead and do that. And then I want to thank our proud sponsor, Wager Attack at wagerattack.com. That's where we get all the spreads, 100% to 200% bonus. And they also got a bunch of specials. So if you want to check them out at Wager Attack, follow them on IG as well. And I have a link on my bio that will lead you straight to the website, and you can cash out via Zelle, PayPal. What else do they do? Cash App, Venmo,
Western Union, check to your house,
Visa, debit,
whatever you like.
Yeah, whatever the fuck, they'll get it done.
Zelle is the quickest though. I've cashed out every which way. Zelle is the quickest.
Yeah, Zelle. Great stuff with them. And then I think that's pretty much it. Shout out to Shane at Best That Ever Did It. I know he's had a crazy week, but seeing him on the court, I mean, the 76ers game is just pure entertainment. And I love you, brother. I really do. Wish you the best of luck in everything. And I'm glad you had a great trip. Matt, shout out to you. He's learning the betting game. He's, a big Chicago guy. We would love to have you guys back on the show. And then sooner or later, we'll have some of those guests that I mentioned. And also shout out to Mel, one of my good friends that came to visit this week. She kind of gave me some good luck for the 49ers to snap that streak, as Prado would say. All right. Other than that, if you guys don't have anything else, we will see you guys again here. Hopefully next week. I'm not going to promise anything since I'm going to be in LA, but we might be able to do the show in SoCal. If not, then we owe you guys a YouTube episode and another show. But we'll see you guys next week, hopefully.